Welcome to Anywho Podcast with your any host, your boy JC,
4-5,
and we talking basketball. So we back once again with the fourth episode, and you know how we like to start. We gotta start off with our thoughts on what's going on in the NBA season and how we feeling so far. So Mike, you want to kick it off?
Oh yeah, I definitely will kick it off. I like what I'm seeing in 20 games. It's a lot of teams I wasn't expecting to be as low as they are, like the Timberwolves. They're not doing very good right now.
We gotta say it every time we hop on the pod. Like the Timberwolves are not doing good. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It's sad to see.
Yeah, it's like the Jazz is actually doing better than the Timberwolves.
Way better.
And they're supposed to be getting worse.
That's crazy. And we was talking about this off camera, that the Jazz are like, I think they're like third in the West, somewhere around that standing. They're pretty up there in the West standings, and they don't even have like an All-Star.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
It's not like one of those guys. Not one of those guys are gonna make the All-Star team for real, and they're doing better than Timberwolves.
But
step it up.
Over in the East, I'm happy about like what Jason Tatum's doing. He came off of that finals loss, and he's looking like an MVP candidate. He's like averaging 30, and they're like the top seed or like close to the top seed.
They won 9 straight before they lost to the Bulls. They was going crazy.
Yeah,
they definitely was going crazy. They on fire. Mm-hmm. They on fire. We're gonna talk about them a little bit later in the podcast. We on fire because I got an interesting question for you.
Okay.
Later on in the podcast, but I'm gonna get to what I thought was interesting in the A, which is the Sixers are doing good without their stars. Tobias Harris, Melton, these guys stepping up while the stars aren't there. You feel me? No James Harden, so no Maxey. So Melton and Milton have stepped up. I'm surprised. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't think they was gonna hold it down like that. One of them scored 30 against the Magic the other night. Milton? Yeah, Milton scored 30 the other night against the Magic. And I'm just like, whoo, they looking good.
Yeah.
They really looking good. I'm proud. Home team, I'm proud. I'm not gonna lie, I'm proud. So let's see what happens when the guys come back. You know, Embiid did come back.
Yeah. We still waiting on Harden and Maxey.
Yeah. When Embiid did come back, they won
a lot of those role players is coming up big, so hopefully they could get to see some minutes.
Yeah.
Even when the guys come back.
Cause like come playoff time, that's what you need. You just need these are the type of guys that you're gonna need for the series. They like what we like to call X factors. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So exactly. Like when you go into a series, you don't plan for Melton, you don't plan for Milton, you don't plan for these guys. Tobias Harris, a little bit, but you don't really expect him to get off. Exactly. So if he comes out and he scores like 26, and you got somebody Milton in the playoffs that might give you like 15, 18 points off the bench, that right there is going to be the difference between, winning in the second round or losing in the second round.
Exactly.
So, like, it's good to see guys going crazy like that. And also, let's talk about the Lakers, man. I want your opinion on the Lakers. They doing good so far. They picking it back up, even though they lost last night.
Okay, I was going to say, I would say they're doing good, like, over the past week.
Yeah.
They
picked it up. What are they? 7-12?
I think so.
They 7-12. So, they was 3-10.
They was. They're getting it back together. I don't think it still doesn't change like what I thought in the beginning of the season, where they'll be like hovering around playing. And usually if you're hovering around playing, that's a first round exit anyways at the very most. So I still say like trade Russ, and not because he's bad or anything like that, but just be in a position to contend come playoff time. And I don't like another LeBron year wasted. You know what I mean? I understand they want to like save picks, but even when Russ contract drops, as a free agent, I don't want to go to a Lakers team that was like the butt of the joke last season. Yeah, I want to go to a team that looked like they actually doing something. I just feel like it's doing real great now, but come contending time, I don't like the fit with Russ, especially if you want him to play like playoff minutes. So I would make that trade. But he is hooping though. Do you think?
Yeah, Russ? I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna give a little pushback on that because I seen was it? I think it was last night against the Pacers. All three of those guys are back, and Russ, AD, Brian. I like the little double. I seen them do it wasn't too many plays they did this, but a couple of times they did a double screen with Brian and AD One time they did it with them both on one side, one time on either other side. And with Russ at the top of the key, and that looked deadly right there because he could still take you off the roll. And then he got two guys, one picking and rolling, one picking and popping. It looked kind of crazy out there, but I think it's gonna be coaching. I think it's gonna come down to coaching. I mean, I know he trying his best. God bless his heart. He trying his best.
Listen.
He trying his best out there. I mean, he got Russell playing good. We gotta give him credit for that. Darvin Ham, we gotta give him credit for that. But
that's another thing. It's losing a game like that wasn't the best either. You up 17 points in the fourth, and then you lose. So I don't know. I mean, like I said, I do think the Russ thing is deadly, but
right in LeBron's face, by the way.
I do like Buddy Hield and Miles Turner. You know what I mean? It was a foul. Yeah, 12 points, all three.
That joke was
just
crazy.
A sniper.
I know it. Wow, right at the end, it broke down.
Shout out to the man who had the assist, Tyrese Halliburton. Yeah. Definitely looking like he's going to be an all-star.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about that later too.
My man.
Listen. All right, cool. Let's go on to the next segment. 7-game series. Who you going to pick in the 7-game series? I got 4 of them. 2 from the East, 2 from the West, and it's tight. This year is one of those years where you looking so far right now. You like, I can't really call it. Anybody can win anything right now. I had I don't know who you had going into the league this year. I had Golden State and Bucks.
Yeah,
that's what I had. That's what
same.
Yeah, same. All right, I had Golden State and Bucks. So I mean, it's still up. I mean, that still can happen. That stuff that could very well happen. But it's also some teams that we didn't expect doing good. You know. Yeah. And it got the whole league looking crazy, a little shaking up. And some teams that's supposed to be doing good that ain't doing as good as I thought they was going to be doing.
It's every season it's like more and more parity in the league, I feel like. So it's a little bit hard to tell.
Yeah. And we getting to the All-Star break point. We getting close. So are we a quarter way through the season now?
Yeah, everybody hit 20 games at least.
Yeah, so we're a quarter way through the season now. So this is a good time to check out everybody's temperature in the league and how you feeling about the league so far. So we're going to go Boston, Bucks. 2 teams at the top of the Eastern Conference. Both of them had long winning streaks.
Yeah.
Early. So both of them looking great. Who would you take in a 7-game series?
I'm taking the Bucks.
Okay.
I think come playoff time, this is something that's like consistent. If you have the best player on the floor, you're usually winning. Okay. I think they got the best player in the world. So I think Tatum's great. I think Jaylen Brown's great. You know, Tatum's looking like an MVP. Jaylen Brown's looking like a all-star in the future star in this league. But I still, just Giannis, the fact that they're still able to stay up that high and they still missing out on Chris Middleton, I think that says a lot about what that team could do. And they're already battle proven. We already seen they was a championship team. And they took the Celtics, the Eastern Conference champions, to 7 games without Chris Middleton. So
I sure did.
I definitely got the Bucks. I think it's a series though. I think it'll go in 6 or 7 if that series was a thing. I'm hoping 7. I'm gonna go 7, but
I would actually pick Boston if they don't get Chris Middleton back. They should get Chris Middleton back. So barring they get Chris Middleton back, I got the Bucks. But Chris Middleton not coming back, I got the Celtics.
Chris Middleton is right now. He's like in between the G League and the NBA, so he's like playing games, stuff like that. And like, there's like every game is like a day by day decision. So he'll definitely be back. I would say by All-Star game, he on my fantasy team, so I've been checking up on him every week, see when I'm gonna get him back. But he's definitely gonna be
all right, well, if they're with him back, then I'll pick the Bucks. Giannis, man, that's all you can say. Giannis with the supporting cast. I mean, come playoff time,
a bunch of shooters.
Yeah, I don't think these guys are playing as well. I mean, you kind of need somebody like Grayson Allen to be stepping up a little bit more. He hasn't had like great games. He's kind of looking bad out there. So like some of these role players need to step up a little bit more. But like they still deadly, man. They got a lot of players over there. They got a lot of players over there. Carter. And you know, I think Pat Cove is still hurt. He hasn't came back yet. So that's somebody that they really like. And he's a slasher.
And more importantly, a lot of guys were like down for the cause too. Like they all seem like they know what they're there for. Yeah, even down to the younger
Brook
guys.
Lopez, so. You feel me? He gonna die in a Bucks uniform. That's how he feeling. Like
exactly.
Like they going crazy over there.
Bobby Portis snapped him.
That's my guy. He's my favorite player on the team. You feel me? Bobby Portis is my guy. You feel me? Heat and Hawks. Okay, these two teams that wasn't looking so hot when they first came out in the season, and how you think they looking now? You mean I don't know how you think they looking now. I think the Hawks definitely picked it up.
Yeah.
The Heat still look like they're struggling.
Yeah.
But come playoff time, 7-game series, who you got this year?
Y'all know. I'm gonna go with the Hawks. Now, message to the Hawks. Listen, y'all. You can't be up no 20 talking crazy, tapping people in the head. And now you want to lose DeJounte Murray. That looks real bad. It looks real bad on your part. That was a little corny. That was very corny.
I tell y'all, man, he really think he the best player in the world.
Yeah, real right. Ever since he got traded from the Pop system.
I hope y'all feel me when y'all see stuff like this. When I say like it's not about like what he say, it's about what he do. It's the way he act out there on the court, bro. He really think nobody about to check him. Mm-hmm. Like he gonna do whatever he want to do. That's how he feel. He feel like he got it like that. Like. I love the confidence, but it might hurt y'all in the long run. It really might hurt y'all in the long run because I done seen teams with players who take ill-advised shots, J.R. Smith, and it does not go well for the other team. It does not go well for your team. Like, it just does not go well for your team. Like, too much confidence sometimes is a bad thing.
I also think the Heat losing P.J. Tucker is a little bit of an underrated of a loss as well. So, they lost a little bit on defense. They're getting older with, like, Kyle Lowry. Jimmy Butler's also getting older. Bam, I think he's great. I just don't think he's, like, ascended to the level where he could kind of, like, take that team. But I think he can. He does have that. But like, I don't think he's gotten to a level where, this could be his team. But I do think it definitely can be. But with the Hawks, you got Trae Young, DeJounte Murray. Clint Capella, he's not the Clint Capella necessarily on the Rockets, but he's going to get you a double-double every game.
That's going to get him his money.
Exactly. And and they still got John Collins over there, which I'm surprised. Mm-hmm. I thought he was going to get traded. And,
I did too.
DeAndre Hunter, a young 3-and-D guy. And he could definitely score too. We've seen that he could get you a 30 in the game for sure. So I definitely think I got them over the Heat. And I'll say I'm like 5 or 6. I'm leaning towards the 6 though because of the Hawks experience.
I gotta pick the Heat, bro. Cause
you still gotta go with the Heat.
Jimmy Butler, bro. I can never count him out, bro. And I seen him win. Like, despite all odds, I seen him just do some unbelievable stuff.
I have.
And it's just the Hawks. I know that sound crazy, but like, it's not like, all right, listen, Trae Young is nice, but he's not there yet. You feel me? Like, I don't think they got that guy that you just like, this player is going to win 9 times out of 10. You feel me? Like, he the best player on the court type time. I think it still might be a toss-up sometimes. Like, sometimes Trae Young just disappears. And you just be like, what happened to Trae Young? He's not having a good game.
I don't even think it's that he disappears. I think it's that he, like, he gets shut down. In that last playoff series, he was putting up the shots. You seen him with the ball in his hand. But they were just locking him down. The defense was, like, crazy. But
stuff like that can happen to him. I don't think he waited to the point where can't nobody check him yet. Like, Steph Curry hit a point where he like, oh, it can't nobody check me out here. Like, I'm going to score regardless. But
as I said before, they also got another guy who could dribble the ball. So last year it was just Trae, and it was like down to that. That was like their last effort. I don't know who. I can't remember who the second best ball handler was, but it definitely wasn't a DeJounte Murray level guy. So I think that releases some of the pressure off of him. Like we seen with James Harden on the Rockets when it was just him, and then once they got Chris Paul, they went the furthest they've been in the playoffs. Once he had another playmaker to take some of that pressure off. So I think that's where it changes. I don't think Trae's that guy where he could just like be the only guy on the team and carry you through, but with the support that he has now.
You think it can happen?
Yeah, I think it definitely can happen.
Sure. All right. Now we're going to go to the West. T-Wolves and Grizzlies. Okay, one team doing terrible, one team doing good. But both teams supposed to be contending for a championship in the West. You would say that? Would you agree with that? No, I mean like before the season started. No. That's not what you thought?
No. Definitely not the Timberwolves.
I'm saying what the media and everybody said what it was supposed to happen. Like what was supposed the narrative. How about that?
The narrative was that they could probably. I felt like the narrative was that they could contend like
for the chip. I mean in the West. They could contend for the West.
Who's they gonna be in the West?
They could make it out the West. That was supposed to be the narrative. Like, yo, look at this team. Look, watch out for them. They can make it out.
I seen that as them getting like a little bit better. Like kind of like how when the Bulls added DeMar DeRozan and Alonzo Ball, I didn't think they would like be where they're like middle of the pack. Like kind of how like the Raptors are, where they could have a real good regular season for you. Raptors were before when they had DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry. They could have a real good season for you.
When LeBron owned them.
Win some games, but like playoff time, it just wasn't gonna happen. But I didn't think they would be this bad, honestly. I thought they would be like a 3rd, 4th seed in the West by now, to be honest.
I knew they was gonna be this bad, actually.
Okay.
Because I don't like Rudy Gobert.
Oof.
And every time, listen, bro, you can't do nothing with him. I don't know if he's just too big now. Like the style that he played real old school, and maybe that's just it for him.
Yeah.
Because like, it reminds me of Chris Paul before he had like his late career renaissance, where he just refused to shoot the 3 for real, and that's not what he was into. He was more into his 2s. He's still into his 2s, but when he got over there in Houston, he started shooting a 3, and like it really changed his game up a little bit. It really gave him like a resurgence. And then OKC too, he was shooting a 3 a little bit. He was shooting around with the young boys somewhere, and the way Rudy Gobert plays, it just seemed real old. It just seemed too slow. Like, I don't know, bro. It's like every time it comes playoff time, he's a negative and not a positive on your team.
Mm-hmm.
He's a detriment on your team. You get him out there, he's not no offensive threat for real. So, like, it's not like he's going to give you a whole bunch of buckets on one end. You really count on him to be the anchor of the defense. And if they're going to play small ball and take him out of the game, then, like, what is he on your team for? Yeah. And when you pay him all that money, he eating up all that cap space on your team. I already knew that was it for y'all. Like, y'all put all y'all dreams on Rudy Gobert. Like, that's what y'all really did. I put all y'all dreams in future on Rudy Gobert.
I say blow it up, but I say blow it up early though. So you know what I mean. Don't listen to me. But I thought they would be. All right, 34th seed is kind of crazy, but I definitely thought they'd be like in playoff contention. It's looking like it's worse than that. I feel like for all those picks that you traded, because you traded a lot of guys, I would think that you would just get somebody else that could like put the ball in the hoop for real. Because when it came down to like last year against the Grizzlies, y'all let them catch up. Like I felt like y'all had to add somebody with like a little bit more, I guess like force on like an offensive end, like a Jimmy Butler kind of guy even. Or just somebody who's gonna like push something.
Get stuff done.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't think a Rudy Gobert addition makes your team better, and I don't think in 2022 paying somebody that much money who's not gonna, when you need offense, you're not the best offensive team in the league, and just adding someone who's not gonna give you any offense is the best thing to do. So I think that's what's up with them. So as far as Grizzlies,
hooping, Ja Morant,
I think they're sweeping.
Yeah.
Timberwolves. But
this one would be bad because last year, what did it go?
I think it went 4-1. Where did it go 4-2? I don't remember.
Dang.
But
it wasn't as close as I thought it was.
But instead of the so
it might have went 4-2. I'll check.
With the Timberwolves looking like, well, not necessarily in the playoff picture right now. How do you feel about the Kings versus the Grizzlies in the 7-game series?
I still take the Grizzlies. The Kings, I don't think the Kings got the experience for it.
Exactly. I
think they'll just be hyped that they in there. They remind me of the Grizzlies, like kind of like last year, or like 2 years ago, when you just like, yo, we here.
Exactly.
We just going hoop.
Competing.
We competing with everybody.
Exactly.
Like we just here and we hooping. Or like kind of how the Nuggets were in the bubble. Like we here, we hooping. Like we giving everybody smoke. But at the end, you end up running out of gas.
Exactly.
So like I think what would happen to the Kings if they make the playoffs this year. No matter where they go out, I think it's going to be one of those things where you like they punching above their weight class. Mm-hmm. They in a fight, above their weight class. So all salute to them though, because
you're right.
It's great. I like to see two teams that I watch. I feel like they're my guilty pleasures: the Kings and the Knicks, because they don't win nothing. So I just be trying to see if they ever win anything. Like seriously, they don't.
Knicks, you got to catch up to the Kings.
The Knicks got to catch up to the Kings.
We're right.
That's crazy.
They hooping.
Knicks. That's crazy.
They hooping.
That's crazy,
they
bro. The Knicks were supposed to be back before the Kings.
Yeah, actually.
Way before the Kings.
And they had better, I think they had a better draft. I might be wrong, but I know they had the 3rd pick in the draft.
Don't let the Kings win a ring before the Knicks.
Kings are known to, make bad draft picks.
That's crazy.
Win a ring before the Knicks?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That'd be crazy, right? That'd be crazy. I want to see the Kings win something in my lifetime. I want to see the Knicks win something in my lifetime. I want to see the Sixers win something in my lifetime.
Yes. So. Sixers first, if you could get that.
Yeah. They got the best chance of winning, but something always happens. Who knows? All right. Warriors Suns.
Warriors Suns. I think come playoff time, like I think right now, I know it's more for playoff time, but right now, going into it, the Suns might have the edge. But at the end of the day, they got Stephen Curry over there, and Chris Paul is not available right now. But he's also when he is playing.
Before you get too far, because you brought up Chris Paul.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring up Clay. How you feel? Do you think Clay, how he playing right now? I know he dropped all the threes, but listen, y'all, I ain't convinced. I know he can shoot. I know he can score. It's the defense. He used to be solid on defense. They used to rely on him for defense. The thing was, we were gonna hire Curry and we were gonna make Clay play the tougher matchups. And you can't really do that right now. They both not up there for defense. So do you think that washes out the Chris Paul always getting injured thing?
Not even the Chris Paul getting injured. I was gonna say Chris Paul is like getting a little bit older, and he's shown that since last season.
He has,
but
like literally when he's his birthday.
Yeah, after that was crazy. Terrible. Like he hasn't had like
I
don't know if the averages is after that, but like they be on Twitter talking about it. It's actually crazy.
It is pretty crazy.
I do hope he picks it back up though, just as a basketball fan. But I'm sorry. What did you? Oh yeah, you was talking about. I think that A. Wiggins. Having him definitely like clears up some of that having the best matchup. If they had D'Lo instead of A. Wiggins, they wouldn't have someone who could guard the best matchup on the team. They got Dante DiVincenzo. He's not gonna guard lock down the best guy, but that's definitely giving you some defensive.
That's your man. You bang with him?
Huh? That's Villanova. Come on now. I remember Dante DiVincenzo, man. And they got Iggy said he came back a year to actually help out Dante DiVincenzo.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I mean, Finals MVP Iggy. I'm taking Iggy. I'm taking DiVincenzo.
I thought he said Iggy. I was like, oh my god, I see that man in regular clothes all year.
Yo, no, exactly, because he's coaching.
I see him,
but yeah, I still got the Warriors though. An experienced team. They got it done last year. We seen what the Suns did the past 2 years in the playoffs, and
they cursed.
With the way they went down was there's a loss is a loss, but the way they had lost in the position that they was in,
Luka, my guy,
and
I'm just throwing it out there.
We just had them like not. Nobody expected the Mavs to win. I felt like they could have, but
everybody talking tough when they up.
Exactly. So I got the Warriors, especially with that championship pedigree, but I didn't know have it together.
Okay, so real quick, we're gonna go through. Like we said, we had a quarter away of the season. Okay. So we wanna. I want to talk about your All-Star votes this year so far.
Okay.
I'm gonna run through mine for the East and the West. D. Mitch, he been hooping this year. Not much need to be said. He been leading the Cavs. Look at the Cavs record. Look at what they doing this year. That's D. Mitch right there. You feel me? Trae Young. I know I was just talking crazy about him, but for the All-Star game, I want to see Trae Young. I don't even care about what he doing this year. I want to see Trae Young.
Battle Steph Curry for a three.
You know what I mean?
Hit the most threes.
In the All-Star game. We ain't talking about the 3-point contest. In the All-Star game, we want to see it. You feel me? You got to go JT because JT is having an amazing season this year. He got Boston looking crazy this year.
He looking like the best small forward in the league.
And he looking like he need that ring this year. That's what he's looking like. You feel me? Giannis, another person that's going crazy this year. You got like 5 legit MVPs this year. It's going wild. I'm not even gonna lie. And then Embiid, you feel me?
My man.
That's my 5 for the East. Now we're gonna go for the West. You feel me? We're gonna go with my man. I did have somebody else. Who was it? Because we changed.
Whoa, Stephen Curry.
Steph Curry
for the West.
Steph Curry for the West. That's what it was. Steph Curry for the West. I know that sounds crazy, but I had somebody else on my list, and y'all need to know about that. Show notes. You feel me? Show notes. We're gonna go Steph Curry. You feel me? SGA.
Yes.
Because he's been balling this year.
Yes.
He deserved to start. He ain't going to. I know how y'all doing, people out here. You feel me? But
definitely
he need to be on the team at least. That's all I'm saying. NBA. He need to be on the team.
I would say actually just popped in my head. I would say Ja Morant.
Oh yeah.
Instead of SGA.
Ja.
Because especially if they're not doing point guard, shooting guard.
Yeah, they're just doing guards. If I'm not mistaken, they're just doing guards, forwards, in the center.
Yo, Ja, just relax. You ain't gotta go all high flying. I need you.
Yo,
there with me for the playoffs.
PSA,
man.
like really relax. Really relax. Every
I know I'm
game.
not your team doctor, but I need to see you in the playoffs, man.
We don't want you hurt. That's all. Low management or something. Look at Kawhi.
We gonna get to the playoffs.
Just look at Kawhi. That's all I'm saying. Look at Kawhi. All right, Luka. You feel no little pad. Luka, that's my guy. Y'all know that's my favorite player in the A right now. LeBron, this is a GOAT vote. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm putting him in there just because he's the GOAT.
If you don't vote, if LeBron don't get top 3 votes, that's crazy. He might be the captain for real.
This is my vote, and this is my show. I don't want to hear.
I vote LeBron too.
LeBron. Okay, and the Joker. You feel me? He's having a great season. He's the only reason the Nuggets are relevant. I'm sorry. I mean, listen.
Jamal Murray has been hooping though.
He has been hooping.
I'm glad he's back.
Exactly. I'm glad he's back.
And same with MPJ. He wasn't with us last year.
So that's my those are my votes for All Star. How about you?
I pretty much agree. Like I said, I would put in Ja in there, but some guys who I would like to see, like in reserves, definitely De'Aaron Fox on the West.
Shout out him.
Yeah, for sure. D Book, he's been hooping too. Over on the East, I know this is more of like a just for like storyline vote, but he is hooping. I just kind of want to see what DeJounte Murray does once he gets in the All-Star game now. Like,
I want to see Maxey. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, definitely Maxey.
I want to see Maxey.
Definitely Maxey.
For a reserve?
For sure.
Throw my man. Come on, man.
Throw my man in there.
I know he got some time to get on there and everything, but listen.
And
this year he going crazy.
I would love to see. I haven't really been following the Magic as much, but Paolo Banchero and Tyrese Halliburton. That's the Pacers, of course, but
okay. I like Paolo, man.
Yeah,
I like Paolo and them. I do. Oh, that's crazy. We got some time, so we're gonna talk about it. KD did not make our list.
So we got. I mean, that makes sense though. We got JT and Giannis.
Dang.
Unless who's the center, Embiid? It just really depends on how many games Embiid play for real.
Yeah, it do.
But I definitely do see, because it's also fan vote and it's also like coach vote. So I see like the coach is still like keeping it in position, because that ends up what usually happens anyway, where it's not like 3 forwards playing. So I really do think Embiid would probably be the starting center.
So JT over KD for starting.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for kicking it with us. You feel me? I hope you enjoyed that. You know, we drop these joints every 2 weeks, so be on the lookout. You can follow us on all platforms at AnyHoopPod215. On TikTok, it's just AnyHoopPod. And, you know what I mean? Thanks for kicking it with us. You feel me? Stay tuned.